course it is. 2:03 on my clock, 5. Welcome in. It's just me and you, B. Just me and you. Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Hope you're having a good Monday. We're going to get started here in a few minutes with a collective. Hey, Kalilia. Hey, Authentically Me. How are you guys today? How's everybody doing? How was work? Mostly good. I have to take... Girl, you would take your cat to the vet today. I had to take my dog back, or I had to take my dog to the vet over the weekend. Oh, I'm so glad work was good. The list is open today. Yeah, we couldn't get in until Saturday because it is like teamwork makes the dream work over here to get one of my dogs to the vet. So when I made that one appointment, it was like not until this weekend. The list is open today. It's $18.88 for reads or $15.55 for subscribers. As always, drop your collective questions in the chat and we will talk about them. A collective question does not require me to feel into your personal energy, but if you want to celebrate a win, you got a topic, you got something you want to discuss, feel free to drop that down there. I have not thrown collective yet. We're going to wait for a few more people to get in here. But how's everybody doing? Hey, D. Willie. What's up? What's up? Yeah, it's going to be kind of hanging in there kind of week. It's going to be a buckle up week. I hate to be that bear to everybody, but... I am having a fantastic day. I did an exercise for intention setting this morning, and everyone was in a good mood at work. You know what? Like, seriously, people don't talk about that enough. I'm actually going to talk about that. I don't want to throw my cards right now. I did the same thing on Saturday. Like, believe it or not, like I was saying, I had to take one of my dogs to the vet, and she hates her leash. She hates all this stuff. Like, she cries and like, it's so sad, right? So I'm like, my anxiety was like up here. And as I was driving home from dropping my kids off to come get her, I was like, ground your energy, ma'am. Ground your energy. I'm like, she's gonna be just fine. She's gonna be great. She's gonna feed off my energy, right? So like, get yourself right. I swear to God, she like cried to get in the car, but as soon as we got to the vet, she got out, she walked in there, she was totally fine. So it's like when you actually like focus on setting that intention of how you're going to be and where your energy is going to be at, watch everything change around you. I did an interesting exercise yesterday as well. And I'm just going to say proceed with caution because I like to do crazy shit. But like, literally start asking the universe to show you how good things can be. Ask the universe to show you, spirit, God, creator, whatever you believe in. You know what I'm saying? Like, ask them to show you, like, what this foresight is they've given you. Start being specific and then watch how all this shit just starts coming in. And the thing is, sometimes you don't even have to understand it. You're just noticing it. You're noticing the synchronicities. You're noticing the signs. Your dreams are crazy. Like, I have dreams, but I don't tend to remember them a lot. But like, I literally asked the universe to show me something yesterday. And then I woke up this morning and like had the most vivid recall of my dream. Thank you, Private. I hope you're doing good. Yes, Kalilia, ground your energy before you take your cat. Seriously, ground it. Ground yours, keep yourself in a good place, and watch how it will ripple through your animals. It is... You'll literally be like, well, this isn't what I expected. Because I was going into something with a thought process, a construct, a whatever. And as soon as I snapped myself out of it, everything was fine. So if we believe we're the creators, right, of our own universe and you know, what we think, you know, materializes, be very specific with what you're saying, thinking, speaking into existence right now. Damn, words are hard today. But, you know, we are in like this energy of like, we keep talking about it. It's literally like not Jesus take the wheel. It is spirit take the wheel. And it is the energy of divine intervention. And when I say that, it's not divine intervention in the way that people, like, it will not meet your expectation. I just want to say that right now. It will not meet your expectation. There is so much more than meets the eye to people. There is so much that is being hidden in plain sight that it's like sometimes you don't have all of the pieces. You're not supposed to. Sometimes you can't see the big picture, right? And sometimes spirit's like, you know what? I'm gonna make a move for you because you're failing to make the move for yourself. And that's the energy that we're sitting in right now, is literally divine intervention. But you know, sometimes people they want to adopt their own feeling to that or their own thought construct, and then it's almost like they're sitting there and they're looking at disarray or like sudden upheaval almost, because that's it. When you know you shouldn't be in a space, when you know you shouldn't be around people, but you do it anyways, eventually divine intervention will sweep in. Divine intervention will happen, and spirit, God, universe, creator will literally rip shit away from you because it doesn't align with you anymore. So if you can feel it in your own energy right now, where it's like you have had lesson after lesson after lesson, and like, you know, you've understood the assignment, yet you know how to read the room, you know how to read the energy, and you know you keep going around things or this or that, be prepared for shit to change. And when it changes, like these next couple weeks, it's like blink of an eye changes. It is not like this slow, sudden nothing. We've, you know, when ChildOfBalance and I have been live together, we've been telling you guys like that 8 of Wands energy has been coming out anywhere. That is intense change. And sometimes with intense change, there comes upheaval. There comes chaos. There comes a kind of destruction, right? But like sometimes things that are destructed, or look at it instead of saying destructed, deconstructed. Things are being crumbled. Things are being, you know, removed. Think of it like Jenga. Sometimes you remove a couple pieces, but you don't have the punch, like you don't have the balls, you don't have the energy, you don't have the, you know, you're kind of fighting, should I take this risk or not and pull this last piece out? And the thing is, you may pull it out and your tower still stands because your foundation, you were rooted in a solid foundation. But the thing is, if you have built and you know you've built on a foundation that has a weakness and you pull that piece, thank you so much for the follow, Michelle. Things are going to crumble because they're not meant for you. And sometimes that's the hardest thing for us. We want things to be a certain way. We want to believe that people around us are really truly for us. And then when spirit comes in and is like, here's the clarity you asked for, truth hurts, right? And that's kind oh shoot, I just lost a card. Hold on. Hold the phone. Just a minute.
Very soon. So, if you want to upgrade your home for no out-of-pocket cost and get paid to do it, then I want you to click the blue button below.
And because I believe there's no coincidences, as we're saying let go of things, we the 10 of Wands just blew away, which is all about the burdens that you carry. And it was the 10 of Wands, which the 10 of Wands is literally the energy of all about the burdens that you carry. And that is what we're being asked to let go of right now. So, you know, change is scary sometimes. Change can what? It can root us in fear. So when we're in this energy of fear facing and letting go, it's like right now the assignment is to like silence your brain when it starts to fight back against the change. Because the thing is, change, although scary at sometimes, painful at times, change is your catalyst. It is your growth, it is your transformation, and it is your metamorphosis. And that is the energy we are in. We've got Pluto in retrograde, the planet of transformation, death, rebirth. That's the thing. Life, death, rebirth. You will die 1,000 times over before you die a physical death. It is your ego, it is your beliefs, it is your constructs, it is, you know, the pieces and parts of you that no longer serve you. Every time you let them go and you reintegrate them, that is a death, that is a rebirth. And that's the thing, we don't want to fear the change right now. And that's why I said it is intense right now. It is going to continue to intensify. And that's the thing, we always tell you that the redirection is the blessing. And a lot of people, I've said this before, who had a redirection earlier this year, specifically January, February, you're getting more clarity now as to that redirection. There's a whole nother wave of people now that are getting ready to experience a big ass redirection. And when I say that, redirection is not always fun, but right now you're being asked to go into the flow state. The flow, and like I said, whether it's the flow of your emotions, whether it's the flow of the energy, you are literally just being asked to stop fighting it. And to have, you know, patience, to have grace, and right now, and I'm going to say it, this is blind faith season. This is literally the definition of believing in what you cannot see. Because guess what? What do faith and fear require of you? To believe in shit you can't see. So until you realize that, like, it is the same thing, it is just the energy in which you sit, 9 times out of 10, we are fearful of shit we cannot see. Take that, alchemize it, and turn it into your faith. This is where we flip shit now. I don't even know if I need to give a collective after that. Does anybody have any questions? Thank you for the follow, Kathleen. But that's the thing, think about it. Faith and fear require the same things of us. Belief in what we cannot see. So if you're sitting in a space right now, learn to alchemize it. Learn to, and what does that mean? So many people, I get that. Let's break things down. Let's do words today. I'm a big, like, let's learn words, right? Alchemize, to take the energy available to you, good, bad, or indifferent. Don't label it. It's only when we, the human part of us, label these things that we then box them into constructs and make them more powerful than they are. Your emotions are energy in motion. Your emotions are literally asking you to give them space, feel your way through them, and then use them for your greatest, highest good. I was talking with somebody the other day about anger, and how anger is a secondary emotion. It is a mask for something else. Right now, there is anger. It is front and fucking center. Your anger might be a mask for shame. It might be a mask for guilt. It might be a mask for abandonment. It might be a mask for a lot of things. As soon as you're willing to take the mask off or pull the mask back on the emotions and get to the bottom of it, you're gonna see something that you think you were missing. When you surrender, and I mean fully freaking surrender, surrender means that you will live in the present moment. Surrender means that the past is over, you can't fucking change it, and the future hasn't happened yet, so you are here in flow state. You are here present moment only. None of the other things matter because you have free will. You have the ability to choose. And the thing is, people come on here and, Child of Balance, and I always tell people, we don't play in other people's energy. If we don't have your permission, we're not going to play in it, because people asking about what other people are doing has nothing to do with you. You don't need to know about it. Why? Because things can change in the blink of an eye. Everybody can change their mind, change their behavior, change an action. Things are open to change at any point in time. So worrying about what somebody else is doing really has no bearing on your life. Because truthfully, I always say it, what other people think about you, what other people say about you, it's none of your damn business. Why are you adopting the thoughts and beliefs of other people and turning them into yourself? And that's the thing. We're sitting in this space now where it's like whatever doesn't align with you is going to be removed. So when I say it's buckle up week, it is buckle up week. It is buckle up season. And there is something else that will take the wheel in your life here very soon. This is bringing balance in a way that you are struggling to bring balance for yourself. And it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Welcome in, everybody. The list is open today. 1888 reads, 1555 for my subscribers. What did I say? The 8 of Wands energy. It's been here and it's only intensifying. And that's why I said harness it. Use it for your greatest, highest good. Because that's the thing. Everything is available to everybody. What you choose to do with it is your business. But don't keep passing these opportunities by. Because everything is an opportunity. It's not why is it happening to you. It is what is it trying to show you? Where are you trying to align? What isn't for you? And the thing is, the name of the game is let go. If you are fighting to be heard, if you have to explain yourself, if you have to water yourself down, if you have to make yourself smaller, you aren't in the right place. And truthfully, again, let yourself feel your emotions, right? Feel your way through. There's no way out but through. But in order to go through, you got to go inside yourself first. It's not the understanding of the outer world. Because really, let's break down words some more. To understand is to stand underneath something. To stand under the authority of something else. It is understand. You have to understand it first in order for it to ripple out into your existence. Don't adopt shit that doesn't feel right for you. And that's the thing. We're moving. People talk about things crumbling, narratives crumbling, constructs crumbling. We are not doing things the same anymore. This is the season of the knowing, the season of the intuition, the season of coming together in celebrations and collaborations. And that's the thing. You're not meant to have all the pieces. You're not meant to have all the keys. And the thing is, you are the key that opens all doors because all doors are open to you. There are no closed doors. It's forward movement. You're not going backwards. The door is open any way you slice it, right? Welcome in, JC Henry. How are you today? Welcome in, Barry. But that's the thing. Everybody wants to talk about closed doors. No, you just walked through the door. The door's still open. You can go backwards, but this is a season of moving forward. I heard a quote the other day, and I love it, and I keep saying it. Don't confuse movement with progress, because you can run in place and not be going anywhere. Sorry, I had to mute somebody. But that's the thing. You can run in place and not go anywhere. So don't confuse movement with progress, because they're not the same. Dogs on treadmills, stop it. Oh, knocked my phone over, sorry. But you know what I'm saying? We all think we're in this rat race. We think we're in this rat race and what comes next and this, that, and whatever. And we're forgetting to be present. Like Child of Balance said it the other day. You know the quote, the present is the gift. Everybody's fumbling the freaking football. People are asking for things. They're asking for messages. They're asking for messengers. And because everything isn't coming in according to people's expectations, they're fumbling it. And that's the thing. Spirit's asking people to take a step back and realize that it's don't shoot the messenger season. You asked for this. And that's the thing. It's like, look outside of the way things traditionally have to be. If we're moving into the knowing, if we're moving into gifts and abilities and this and that, why? And again, and this is one that we talk about in our space. If people come to you in your people's, I'm gonna say it, voice of reason, you're their sounding board, people trust you. Why the fuck don't you trust yourself? And the thing is, if the things that you say end up being guidance for other people, damn it, I'm not going to get that one right now. And, you know, things are coming into fruition in other people's lives, and you're serving as a messenger for them. Why do you discredit everything in your space so hard? The wind is getting crazy now. Anyways, but you know what I'm saying? It's like, why do you discredit it for you, but you don't discredit it for other people? You have to ask yourself what it is that you're not trusting in. I think it was my mother who said something this weekend about distrusting the world and distrusting this and distrusting others. If you can't trust yourself, you are going to project distrust into your situations, into your life, and into your relationships. And at some point, you're going to ask yourself, why do you not trust you? Because the universe is going to bring you people to help you heal that part of you. And then you fumble it because you're rooted in a space of distrust. The world is not out to get people. That's the thing. You either believe the world is conspiring in your favor or it's conspiring against you. And when you ask yourself, I mean, dude, seriously, like, these are all just rhetorical questions. Ask yourself, do you think the world is conspiring against you? And if you think that, that's okay. No judgment, right? No judgment. But then take a look at your life around you. Do you look at things and be like, why is this happening to me? You know, oh my God, I called that, like, because you're sitting in a space where you think bad things are going to happen. You're manifesting negativity. And that's the thing, it doesn't matter whether you sit in positivity or negativity. You will 9 times out of 10 manifest negative, fear-based shit faster than you will manifest positive things until you shift your energy and realize that your words and your vibrations have to match. And then when you get to that state where your words and actions match in a more positive frequency, you will see the same kind of manifestation that you did when you were manifesting, and most likely unintentionally, from a negative, lower vibrational space.
Not the other way. Zero traps use light to attract
and that's why I said, right now, we've got the Palace of Swords. This is all about the, like, going up in that observatory, right? It's the mind. It's sitting in your mind with no thoughts. None. Not attaching a thought to anything. Just letting things be. Hold on a second. Let me go back. Let me read these comments. Sorry. Kayla. Does this align with having no reaction or feeling towards someone's actions? That, okay, I literally just made a video about this. Yes. So, like, when you have no reaction, my grandma told me this. How long is my kid? My kid's 15 now. So, like, maybe 15 and a half years ago, she told me when you have no reaction, when you are no longer angry, you're actually at peace with something. And a lot of people are moving in that energy. You're finding that you're not even mad. You're not anything. You're literally unbothered, you're unfazed, you're just done. You're not mad. Like I said, you're not mad. You're not mad, you're not upset. You're literally just grounded. You see things as they are. You're not reacting emotionally. And what was once a trigger for you, you've identified it, figured out why, it no longer triggers you. You're able to just sit in it, identify it for what it is, and let it go, and realize that, like, your reaction is your power. I said that the other day. Your reaction is a piece of your power. So when you realize that, you stop reacting. Because when you react to shit, like, you're giving people a piece and a part of your power every time you react. A reaction is a form of energy, which is your energy in motion. So you're giving that away each and every time you do that. So yes, you're absolutely right. Having no reaction, yes, that is an indicator or significator to you that you have progress and growth in an area that you've been working on. Okay, let me catch up in the comments here. I've been completely unbothered by things. Yes. But that's the thing, it's like, you can feel the chaos around you, but you're not adopting it as your chaos. So you're sitting in a space of like, I almost want to call it like the eye of the storm. The storm is all around you, right? But here you are where it's sunshine, it's calm, it's peaceful, because you're not triggered. You're not adopting anybody else's shit is yours. Therefore, you're in the space of being unbothered, unfazed, like all of it, while everything continues on around you. It's part of like being in that, I want to call it like the parallel, where you can like, or the matrix, or whatever people label they want to give it, you can see outside of it. You sit up here and see it all play out, but it doesn't affect you because you choose not to react to it. It's only because you have an easier time believing and aligning with the lower vibration. Candy, yeah, I've heard and listened to things Bashar has said, yes. If he pops up, you know, yeah, I absolutely listen. She just reminded me with him that last bit. Yes, I was like, whoa, and my mind and body are working together again. Your mind and body are out of fight or flight. They're moving out of that functional freeze where somebody like, you don't know how to react, right? That's the functional freeze. Because in fight or flight, we're trying to always figure out what the reaction is to make the chaos and the bullshit stop. So your body is in this constant state of like, hyper vigilance, hyper awareness. So when you're sitting there and you're like, my body, my mind, and my energy is at peace, you are successfully moving yourself out of that fight or flight. When things hit your awareness, you're allowing yourself the space to feel through it. Dr. Detroit. So I got diagnosed with brain cancer last week. My boss was beside himself and I'm done. Do you mean like in the sense that like your boss made your situation about him? Because that's kind of foul. Free to be UTs. Do you feel numb or do you feel nothing? Because there's a difference. To me, numb is something that we actively, a state that we actively try to put ourselves in, as where feeling nothing is completely different. It's almost like a stillness. It's almost like a, I want to call it when you first experience, it's a stillness and it's like excessive quiet because you've never experienced before. Like you don't internalize the voices of others in your head. Again, your body isn't in hypervigilance. You are living your life without regrets. And when I say that, I mean, I always say this to a lot of people, but I say it to ChildOfBalance, like we have this conversation personally. When people ask me, what should I do? My answer will forever be the same. I don't have to live your life and you have to do what you can live with. If there is something that is making you like in turmoil because it's almost like an unfinished business is what I want to say. Like an unfinished business. Well, what if I just did this? Or maybe if I did this, it would have been different. You have to do what you can live with. So when you start operating in a capacity where you aren't living with regret, you're doing what is authentically right for you, for your soul. You're following that, like, you're following your inner compass. You start coming to a whole new sense of energy within yourself because you're no longer second guessing. What's the difference? Yes, no, yes, Susie. Numbness is a defense mechanism. It's a coping skill. In order to find your heart space, you got to figure out why you blocked it off and guarded it to begin with. You can't feel your heart space because you've built a fortress around it. I'm not even going to call it a wall. You've built a fortress around it. And when you realize that when we build the fortress to keep the things out, to protect ourselves, we're keeping the good things out too. So in all honesty, you have to figure out why you built the fortress in the first place, which really means you're going to have to return to your root. You're going to have to return to your foundation. You're building a fortress because you don't trust. And most likely, it's most likely rooted in childhood. And if you can go back to your earliest memory of when did somebody not show up for me the way that I needed them to, start from there and work forward. Because that was where you put your first piece of your wall. Correct, Clelia. Naming your feelings isn't the same as feeling your feelings. That's just a label. And sometimes when we give it a label, thank you for the follow, Skylar. Sometimes when we give it a label, it's a way to not have to actually feel it. Oh, well, that's just anger. But like I said, so many things mask as something else that it's the easy way out. And I don't want to say that in a triggering kind of way. To feel your feelings takes courage. To feel your feelings takes bravery. To feel your feelings takes an acceptance of responsibility. And that is where people struggle. It's easy to say, I'm angry at this person because they did this. I'm hateful about this. They treated me wrong. When really, like I said, it's more rooted in something else. Shame, disappointment, fear, rejection, abandonment. Why didn't I see that? I feel stupid. So instead of feeling stupid, I feel angry. And now because I'm angry, I'm projecting. It takes bravery to accept responsibility. Absolutely, free to be you. Absolutely. That bird is wanting attention. Dude, I have crazy birds over here all the time. Thank you for the follow. Intuition helps us to rebuild trust if we listen to it. You're absolutely correct. And that's why, we always bring that awareness to people that more often than not, your intuition first starts speaking to you to kind of like, is that caution, right? It's cautioning you about something. It's bringing something into your energetic field. More often than not, it's something we kind of don't like, right? It's warning us of a person or a situation or this or that. So when I say this, don't ignore your intuition. It's the first step into trusting you. If you spend your entire life discrediting your intuition, you're facilitating your own trust wound. And that's the thing, I was just talking about it with my other half the other day. I said, when you get delayed, when you're late for something, when your car doesn't start, and then it magically starts and nothing's wrong with it, or you wake up and your battery's dead, or this or that, that is for a reason. I don't believe in coincidences. I used to once upon a time, and there's no coincidences. To me, nothing is a coincidence. Things happen and things are put in our path for a reason. And 9 times out of 10, we're being asked to listen. I had this listening card come out last week. It just continually comes out. We're being asked to listen. But the thing is, are you listening to the signs? Are you listening to the energy? Or are you only listening to the programming, the construct, this, right? I got to get to work. I can't be late. If I'm late, I'm going to be fired. If I'm going to this, I'm going to be that. I'm going to be this. You know what I'm saying? Are you listening to what is around you? Are you paying attention? Because when you pay attention, you start to see all the pieces slide into place. You don't even have to slide them into place. They're slid into place for you. But Kalilia, you were taught not to trust yourself because somebody else did something to you that they did not want you to speak on. So if they can teach you not to trust yourself and discredit yourself, then you're not going to go speak truth on them. I got your Cash App, Stephanie. How are you today? Stephanie, do you have a question? Do you have a specific question? Because I feel like you have specific questions. If you tell me you want a general, I'm going to tell you liar, liar, pants on fire. Oh, I'm not mad at you. No, I just want to make sure I feel into exactly what you want me to feel into. Welcome in, Jayway. Okay. I will throw cards for you. I don't even need to throw cards for you. I'm just going to give it to you. You need to run as far as you can in the opposite fucking direction. People who do that shit are making moves and counter moves behind your back. And I'm going to tell you that right now. Those are moves and counter moves. Someone who legitimately wants to work on something with you does not hire an attorney. Does not. That is a manipulator move. And that's the thing. When I'm going to tell you this, you were given that for a reason. You were given that for a reason. So the thing is, when I say this, I'm going to tell you right now. Okay. I haven't even thrown yet, and the first card comes out, and it's the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is all about deceptive behavior. It is about walking away, and it is about self-sabotaging behaviors. So when I say this, you're being given foresight right now. You were given a piece of the puzzle that you didn't need to know. Because when I say this, I want to tell you that in my gut, the second he told you that he wanted to go to marriage counseling, it almost like it rekindled a spark in you for a second where it was like, oh my gosh, he really wants to try. He wants a third. I'm telling you this. This is not my cards. This is just me. I am going to tell you there is a third party trying to be brought into this for a reason. And again, I am telling you that you need to move away from it. You need to move away from it. Like I said, the first card out when I was just shuffling for you was the Five of Swords. Then we've got the Emperor out here. He's in reverse. And that Emperor in reverse energy it's an abuse of power and somebody who really has a lack of control and a lack of discipline. So when I say this, like, you've got your guide, your team, they're showing you this. Like, they're saying, like, ma'am, let's come back over here. We're giving you something for an epiphany. We're giving you something for a breakthrough. We're actually showing you part of the board. We're showing you plotting and planning 2:42 on my clock. We're showing you that you need to take a new perspective. You're being called to release and to fully surrender. And when I say this, that's why I said this third party is bothering me. I want to tell you that this third party feels to me like trying to control a narrative, trying to paint a picture of you. I don't like it. I'm just going to be really honest, Stephanie. Even if that wasn't your question, like, that's where this is going for me. I don't like it. I don't like it. Like, you're looking at, I want to say, like, initially it was almost like, this was like, you're like, oh my gosh, we're going to get some balance here. Oh my gosh, all my hard work is paying off. I gave him space, like, now, like I said, I just keep getting a very reckless, unstable energy present. I got the Two of Cups, unbalanced, incompatibility. It's incompatible. There's a disconnect here for you. That's why I said, I don't usually do this. I'm just asking, the way I have asked this, because you know we don't throw on other people's energy. I have asked, what do you need to know about the energy around you? Do you have, and you don't have to answer this to me in there. Do you have possessions or materialistic things that would require a lawyer? I've got the judgment card out here, but I don't want to take it as judgment. I want to take it as like judgment, like court papers, judgment. Have you guys like already had your, have you already had your round table? Like I'm seeing people signing. Have you already signed? I got the Tower in reverse here. Hold on, I want to get a different deck out. If I drop one more card today. You've got the letting go card out here. You got to take your power back card here. You've got your life review card here. And you've got your authenticity card here. With that Tower in reverse, I don't know, and that's why I said they're not giving me the whole thing. I don't know exactly what was signed, but I just want to say there's something that's trying to like delay the inevitable here, and whatever the like, I want to call it the mini hoop jumping that we're doing. I really, like, I'm just hearing in my head, bypass the bullshit and just, and get to the punchline. I've also got, hold on. Man, I just dropped another damn card. Hold on. Remind me not to sit at this table again. I've got you out as the Queen of Cups here, but she's out as a bridge, so you're bridging into not, I want to say not reacting emotionally, not letting somebody get the best of your, taking your kindness for weakness is what I want to say. But we have the Temperance card out here. It's also out as a bridge. And I really feel like you are asking, like, what is the price tag being put on your piece is what I want to say. I feel like this is like the long way around. I feel like we're taking the long way around. And I just want to say that, like, this has been a long, energetic tug of war. And I'm just seeing in my head, like, a man on this side, a woman on this side, going back and forth. And then I'm seeing the woman just put the rope down. Like, you're having this breakthrough that it was never about playing the game. It was about removing yourself from the game. All you had to do was put the rope down. All you had to do was realize that you were fighting yourself and not really fighting him. And when I say that, I want to tell you that, like, you lead with your heart, and you kept thinking that if you showed enough grace, if you showed enough generosity, if you helped, if you supported, if you know, you gave space, if you gave enough fucking chances, like, eventually he was going to take you up on all, like, eventually it was going to be reciprocated. But you're coming out as the Empress. This is your new. This is you stepping into, I want to say this carefully because it's not something I would normally say. You're stepping into the person that you needed to protect you at another phase in your life. And as you've done that, you're realizing that the tug of war was with you internally, not externally. But when you couldn't come to peace and balance and that temperance within yourself, because temperance is the balance within, you realized all you had to do was put down the rope. It's about not participating and about you're no longer putting off the inevitable. Your breakthrough is part of you understanding the inevitability of things and that it's time for it to come to an end. And I want to say this with as much tact and kindness as possible. I have the 8 of Cups out here, which means many things. But to me, it's really taking me to letting go of the illusion of what could be. In the wishful thinking of maybe if I keep trying, one day I'll be good enough and he'll want me. You realized part of your breakthrough, your clarity, because I said this came out as a bridge, is about realizing that you don't want that. You don't want to settle. You don't want someone that you have to convince to be with you anymore. So when I say this, whatever you signed, it feels like it feels like somebody's on your team now. It feels like you're not fighting this by yourself. But to go all the way back to the beginning, you need to move forward with the proceedings and not get caught into any hoop jumping manipulation. Period. This is you rejoining the world. And when I say this, like, you fought this battle, I want to say this, you have fought this battle privately for a really long time. And now you're rejoining the world. And when I say this, you're going to fight your battle publicly. But when I say this, like, we're not suffering in silence anymore. We're not suffering in silence. We're not doing this behind closed doors. We're realizing that there's help to be had, and it was only us, it was only you that thought you had to silence yourself to put on this facade and protect, I want to say this, protect the image of someone else. And you're no longer willing to sacrifice yourself, your energy anymore. Yes. Keep sharing. Keep sharing. Like, I'm not even kidding you. You are 1000% right. There are so many other people going through this right now. Yes. Like, I know you don't know this. You are actually serving as a confirmation for me. So when I say this, there are a lot of people that are coming to this space where I can't remember exactly how I said it. There's a video on my page. Go find it. I think it was from over the weekend. But it's literally about how it's a role reversal is what I want to call it. It's a role reversal. It's decisions that were once made almost being reversed in your favor. Whether that is you taking the reins back in your own space. But again, it was like, to me, in that energy that I gave that message, it was very much rooted in legal matters. It was rooted in family matters, things like that. So when I say this, people are no longer suffering in silence. It's like they've had redirections. They didn't seem like blessings, but right now, people are getting the clarity to make the moves that they couldn't make before. And because they're facing the fears, because they're letting go of these things, because they're no longer protecting people, images, facades, and things that they didn't need to. We started this whole day out with that 10 of Wands blowing away. But realizing the burdens that are not yours to carry. It is not your job to protect someone else's image. If he didn't want to treat you the way he did, and he doesn't like the version of the story that you tell, then he should have fucking treated you in a better goddamn way. Period. And that goes for anybody and everybody. You don't have to water down your story. You don't have to not tell. You don't have to change the names if you don't want to. You don't have to. Because nothing pisses people more off that have lied on your name and slandered you and this and that. When you take your courage back and you take your power back and you start trusting yourself and you start speaking and you unblock that throat chakra because you thought you had to be nice. See, that's the thing. Speaking truth doesn't make you not nice. But that's your construct. I'm mean if I speak the truth. If the truth hurts people's feelings, I'm a bad person. No, you're not. Your breakthrough came when you stopped protecting other people that didn't deserve your protection. I have no idea if I answered your question, Stephanie. But that is what came in. Of course there was fear. Dude, you've been gaslit for years. Their biggest fear is when you bring in a third party. Their biggest fear is when you're no longer going to suffer in silence. Their biggest fear is when you stopped adopting their narrative of you as your own. Because you realize they're at war with you, they're not at war with you, they're at war with themselves. And then you have the clarity, the epiphany, the boom. I've given all these chances and nothing changes. They're not fighting you, they're fighting them. You're collateral damage in the war with themselves. You participated in a war you didn't have to. And now that you stopped participating, it's almost like I want to feel like you almost got this like rush of energy that's hit you not only in your heart space, but in your solar plexus, in your shoulders. Because that's where your self-confidence is. That's where your self-worth is. You're having like, almost like, I want to call them almost like the fire tingles. And see, the thing is, you clap for you now. And that's the thing. Exactly, like ChildOfBalance just said, you don't have to hate him to choose you. The thing is, you got sick and tired of being sick and tired. And rather than being angry and hateful and resentful, you decided to do something about it. And once you do something about it, you're alchemizing the energy that you were once stuck and crippled by. You should clap so hard for you, Stephanie. I am clapping so hard for you. Because I know that this has been a shitty place to sit. But the thing is, all you had to do was make the mental decision. And then it all rippled out. You just had to stop fighting the war in your mind. Stop adopting the internalized voices. Stop making your reality what someone else thought about you. Once you silenced the war in your mind, you entered into a state of peace you hadn't experienced before. It was mental chaos. Mental and emotional chaos. And the thing is, you need to understand that there will be good days and there will be challenging days as you continue to move through this. The only assignment for you is to allow yourself the space to feel your feelings. That is it. You get to be mad. You get to be upset. You get to be sad. You get to grieve. You get to do all of these things. You do not do them with guilt or shame. All you need to do is allow yourself to feel them. The backslide will be if you choose to stuff them. Then you're internalizing energy that doesn't need to be pent up. And then it gives external energy the ability to manipulate and rent space for free in your head. So allow yourself to feel your way through. Of course you have feelings, or feeling my feelings by Nako in your head right now. Yes, if anybody needs to go listen to a song, go listen to Feeling My Feelings by Nako. Go listen to that today. Stephanie, I hope that helped. And like I said, I am clapping so hard for you. Heartache Quest, if you want a private reading, our website is www.ChildOfBalance.com. And you can book there. Right now, for everybody, if we have a special going on for the month of May, we have 50% off in our dual shadow work healing space. That code is Dueling My Shadow 50. If you take advantage of it, it's for one session. You get both myself and Child of Balance. If you're trying to kind of figure out where you're at in shadow work, we'll sit with you. You get both of us. It's like only $10 more than it would be to work with one of us in a private space. So utilize this now in the month of May. If you're, if you're if you're on the fence, that's the word I was looking for, on the fence. But we also do, yes, we have private reading spaces too. We have personal private reads where it's, you can book with either one of us. We also, and it's a 30-minute private read space. We also have a dual private read space that you get both myself and Child of Balance for an hour that we just opened up as well. So again, anybody who wants a private read, not on live, those are available for booking at www.ChildOfBalance.com. And since we're doing this right now, I'll just do the whole thing. If you're not a member on our website, membership is free, number one. Number two, we have a free tree of knowledge there. It is essentially like our blog section, right? We post there 3 days a week. Every Monday, there's a free mini read for the collective. Every Wednesday and Saturday, there's some kind of knowledge post, energy update, herbal knowledge, crystal knowledge, spiritual practices, spiritual hygiene, shadow work topics, astrology, esoteric knowledge. It's completely free. We've got to have there's probably over 135 posts there, 130 posts there. It's free for everybody. It gives you a starting place. It gives you something every week. Again, we have our private spaces there. We have a handmade shop. We have oils. We have candle kits. We have a candle magic class. A self-study. We have macrame. We have so many things there. And if you enroll as you sign up as a member, like I said, membership's completely free. We don't spam your email. However, if we have a promotion, you'll get emailed about that. If you're a member and you subscribe to my TikTok or Child of Balances, you earn points. You earn points every month. We just need you on the website so we have some place to put your points. If you purchase things on the website, you can earn points, and points then equate to dollars off of things on the website. So you only stand things to gain by by signing up. And it gives us a space should you invest either in TikTok as a subscriber, or if you subscribe, or you enlist in one of our spaces, it gives us a place to put your points. So like I said, we are all about building community, and that our website is like our free tree of knowledge is like our biggest give back that we could come up with. If anybody has any more questions, I'll answer like one more collective question. I'm going to close my list for now. But if you have any more collective questions, want to celebrate a win, I could probably answer one more, and then I'm going to have to pop off here. I feel like somebody has a question. I know, right? No, now it's silence. Now it's crickets. Candy Girl, I'm so sorry. I can't pull on Nick's intentions because I don't have permission to be in Nick's energy. That's just not something me and my team will do. We need to have everybody's permission in order to be in their energy. And the thing is, but I will say this. If your gut is telling you that somebody has less than pure intentions, listen to it, take a step back, sit in the seat of the observer, and as long as you start to trust that feeling, if that's what you're feeling, if you're feeling that, the universe will show you. But be prepared that when the universe gives us that clarity, sometimes it is in the form of a gut punch. Sometimes it is in the form of a harsh truth, a rude awakening, something like that. However, if your gut is tugging at you and your gut is telling you something's off in the energy, like we say, energy doesn't lie, words do. I wasn't speaking about your ex. I was doing a paid reading for Stephanie. You can always take what resonates. But, yeah, that was a paid reading. Hey, Mistake 88. How are you today? I'm doing great. Oh, no. That's why I said no. Let's start that over again. We believe that everybody is a messenger. You don't stumble into anything by accident. And when something resonates for you through somebody else, they can be your messenger as well. And like I said, I piggybacked that entire private read into a collective thing that's going on. So no, people are absolutely moving out of these abusive ass cycles, like hands down. So when I tell you right now, because I've been telling a lot of people this, so I will tell you this too. Your gut is not lying to you. And I'm not discrediting men or women, but intuition is feminine energy. So when we say this, we say women's intuition, right? When we realize that we have feminine and masculine energy inside of us, we have both energies, right? When we say women's intuition, we're saying feminine intuition, right? We're saying the feminine energy within us is stepping forward and letting us know something. Trust that energy. Trust it. Because you have discredited your intuition. But I want to tell you, I feel like I literally see a megaphone in my head right now. Like, your intuition is like screaming at you like this. You're getting divorced. Oh my gosh. But that's why I said, if you know that, I'm going to tell you this right now. And I'm going to use the word narcissist for a second. What do we know about narcissists? Narcissists like to do shit behind a covert narcissist likes to do things behind closed doors. They don't like third-party people around. They will self-sabotage. They will isolate. They will isolate you. They will also isolate themselves. And if they don't isolate themselves, then the people that surround them are their flying monkeys. They're the people that they get to hate you and this and that and co-sign and all this shit, right? If your narcissist is asking for a third party in some way, shape, or form, they're plotting. They're plotting. They're trying to spin a narrative. They're trying to do all the things. Because they don't like third parties. You know that. Your intuition knows that. So that's why when they're like, oh, let's go see a counselor. Let's go see a this. And you're like, well, this is weird. Yeah, it is weird. It is weird. And I'm going to tell you, speaking from experience, because you can't teach what you haven't experienced. I thought that was a good idea to do once upon a time too, maybe like 12 years ago. And I made it 3 sessions before I left. Because it was very obvious that it was not impartial. And I'm like, hey, therapist person, you're supposed to be an impartial party. You're not supposed to side with me or this person. You're here to be the voice of reason, the neutrality. It's not my way or his way or right or wrong. You're here to help with the communication of things. If you feel like you're walking into a lion's den, don't do it. So that's why I said, listen to your intuition. It doesn't lie. Because when I say this, I knew I was walking into the lion's den. Like, looking back, like in the moment, I'm like, everything about this feels wrong. I feel like this is a setup. Like, and I had no reason to feel that way, right? So when I say that, like, go back and I'll use myself as the example. I'm coming here to work on something. I'm coming here with good intentions. Why would I feel like I'm walking into a lion's den? That's my guides. That's my team. That's universe. That's God. That's creator. That's spirit. Whatever you believe in. Being like, ping. Here's your energy. Ping. Here's a red flag. Something's up. Proceed with caution. You can still keep going. You can take that step forward. Your curiosity can take you to the lion's den. But then, and I say this, when you find yourself in situations where you know you've been walked into something, and you may have like let your curiosity, your ego, take you inside, shut up, shut your mouth. That's the assignment. Because you know why? You can't mince words that aren't said. You can't mince words that aren't said. And when you find yourself in relationships like that, what is the favorite weapon of choice? Words. Silence can't be manipulated. Words can. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. I will be back on tomorrow. ChildOfBalance and I might be on live together. We haven't decided yet. But, oh my gosh, absolutely, absolutely. You're always welcome to ask questions on live. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Thank you, Miss Stephanie, for allowing me to be in your energy and to do a read for you. And, yep, I will see you guys tomorrow. And I hope you guys all have a great night. Bye, you guys.